Hello tubers and welcome to the Pistol Alignment Workshop. On today's episode I'm going to show you around the bike that I built for the Margate Malle, which is this weekend, so if you're in the area please pop down and see us. Now the bike started life as a Yamaha SR125. A couple of reasons for this. One, I like a little yammy, little 4-stroke single, easy to work on, a lot of bits available, and also I had one in the shed, so that's always useful. So I had a good starting basis with this. So what I've done is, you may see that it's altered slightly, but I tried to keep it simple, cheap and without changing too much. So the frame is original, the engine is original, the tank is original, and the forks are original. So what I've done is I've done a nice funky design on the tank here, just to make it a bit of a retro shape, just to give it a more classic look, with the Pistol Alignment moniker on the side, MIMS, which stands for Made It Myself or Made It Myself, depending on which end of the country you come from. Going on from that, I've got a custom seat, well, custom, aftermarket, universal seat that I've made fit the frame. So I've altered the frame here, I've cut a lot off the back and made it, welded a hoop in to make it rounded. Come down to the engine, as I say, she's standard. Got a the original carb with a little Slurpee Borbler filter on, because that obviously adds brake horsepower. Come down, I wanted to keep this bike as clean as I possibly could, so looking around it, there's not much like on display. I wanted the nicer lines as I could get. So all the battery and start solenoid and everything with that is all in this retro Lucas hard rubber battery box here. That is just behind the engine, and also so is the ignition, that's up under the seat too. So we've got small indicators fitted, just to again keep the tighter lines on this bike. And these are running XS 250 rear shock absorbers. Reason for that is a header set. If you've seen the Calf Racer video, these are the original shocks off that. They're just a bit stiffer and slightly longer for what I'm using. The forks, I say, are original. They're slightly modified with, well, modified, they've had a coat of paint, and I fitted some nice gaiters to give it a bit more of a trially look. The high level front mud guard is half of an original Yamaha RS200 one. I had that kicking about. The other half of that is on the Calf Racer itself. So I'm reusing and recycling some bits here. The headlight is one I picked up. That's a nice little bake style headlight on the front. The handlebars have original switch gear, but these are actually BSA Bantam handlebars. I wanted something with a bit more, rather than the cruiser style, I wanted more straighter, normal bars, a bit more trially style as well. New grips, nothing special, but this finishes off, and it does have a single speedo in the centre there. All your idiot lights are built into that speedo again. I'll drop it down so you can see, but a very clean looking like dash on it. The wheels, this front wheel is a Yamaha of some description, that's a 21. But I'm not 100% what it is. Might be DT, might be IT, something along those lines. With the original SR drum in the front of it. And then the rear wheel, keep out of the way, that is a TS100 Suzuki. Popped into that. So if you're running a SR125 engine with a TS100 rear wheel, the chain pitch is the same. I think it's 420, maybe. Quite the small chain, obviously, for the size. But you don't have to worry too much. So that is a TS rear sprocket, SR front sprocket. Gear ratio has been altered a bit to try and get as much acceleration as possible. I'm not, because the race itself is a drag race. It is on the sand. I'm not sure how it's going to perform, but hopefully quite well with these chunky tyres. But I'm not looking for top end because it's quite a short track. The rear, you can just see it hanging off the back. That is actually the number plate. So again, I wanted to keep a clean arse end on this, so I've got a hanger, come around, it's got a light on the top, it's got a reflector, it's perfectly legal, it's the correct size, and that's this then. This gives it, I'm not a fan of number plates hanging off the side of bikes. I like to keep things symmetrical, so that's why I've done that also. The exhaust is quite nice and loud, it's just tucked under the other side, I'll show you that as well. It gives it a bit of bark, but again, all legal. And that's probably the basic rundown of the what you can see. So this came to me a bit like the cafe, so I will keep referring to this because it's a very, very similar project. Last year I went to Margate, I watched this event and I thought I could do that. So I got myself a bike, had a vision in my mind of what I wanted to do. I don't really write and draw things down. I have a plan and I've just got an image, and that is pretty much the image. The exhaust isn't quite how I wanted it, but I only had 3 months to do this, not too dissimilar to the last one as well. And time got the better of me, and I just like the sound of that pipe. It's been on previous bikes of mine, I've had it left over. So again, a lot of reusing parts I already had, trying to keep the cost down and build this on some form of budget. So what I'll do is, I was thinking, is there anything not too obvious? Oh, I did change the foot pegs as well for more trial style, but again, they fold up, everything's good. Little crank breather that's sticking up if you're wondering what this little thing is in the back. I'll drop it down, give you a kind of walk round, but this is the bike that we're going to be racing, and hopefully, like I say, we're in the lightweight category, so hopefully more evenly matched. They top out at 250, but everyone's on sand, so it's a hard one to gauge. I've never done anything like that before, so I'm really not sure what to expect, apart from it's going to be entertaining, I think. At the very least, it will be a laugh. So yeah, let's get down there and give you more of a look. So I'm going to give you a bit of a shaky walk round. One thing I will say, it needs clean. So this is the front. That's that headlight. Halogen headlight in it. That's the single speedo on the top. Indicators on the side. Custom brackets. That mudguard. Into that. Also excuse the mess in the background. So this is the side you didn't see. Again, another MIMS emblem on the side. These are these foot brake pegs I was saying about. Again, Triley style. It's a bit more grip. It's that nice loud pipe. Tucked in indicator. What I have done is the rec and the control unit and relays are all tucked up under the seat quite nicely, so again, there's nothing ready. I wanted to keep this open and this clean line, so that's why there's minimal items exposed. Rundown, and again with the back end, what I've done is I've integrated the stop and tail light into the back of the seat there. Big gap for the seat, and then this is the number plate. What I was saying, this is going to be my race number. Reflector at the bottom, all lights up, everything works. No chain guard, it's not a legal requirement, so I'll weigh it down even more when I don't need to fit one. And that's that box. It is strapped down, it's not going to go anywhere. Ignition, air filter, because tuning. Front pipe. And there we are, that's a complete loop. I do like the finish I managed to get on these forks. They are cleaner than they look. It's been out on the road, I've been using it. Shake it down. And there we go. So there's a quick look at what I'm going to be using this weekend. What I've built, like I said, took me about 3 months. Some of that was this leisurely weekend work, but towards the end it was getting a bit tight for the deadline, and turned into long evenings. But it's achievable. But you don't have to go this involved with the event. You can literally just enter a bike if they deem it acceptable. You're not allowed official like motocross bikes or anything that is too suitable for the terrain. They want the unusual and the unexpected to go and participate. So you can't rock up on your 450 crosser and expect to like blitz through the course. That's not what they're after. But I wanted to give myself a little bit of a helping hand. It started by I was just going to change the tyres, and this is what it turned into. So yeah, it's definitely got my aesthetic approval. I do find this. I would much prefer something to look good than work good, which is not a good ethic to go by, because I would like to be competitive in this. But we'll see what happens over the weekend. Sun's back out today. There's meant to be showers, might make it a bit more entertaining. It might make it better, it might improve the sand. If it is too dry and too loose, then maybe a bit of moisture will help that. So please like and subscribe. Please follow us on Facebook, go find us. I'll be posting updates from this weekend as things unfold. And I'll be doing a review and a rundown afterwards to let you know how I got on and how the bike performed. But until then, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.